Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Someday, another day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for you. But until that day, accept this justice as a gift of my daughter's wedding ring. Gotcha.
The MobTube Chronicles 1 and 2 on Amazon now. Be sure to get your copies.
Grumpy and DJ Live. Everybody get that? Grumpy Italian and DJ Live.
Bye-bye, I'm going to watch the Grumpy Italian. I know you are, you fucking scumbag piece of shit.
What's up, Josie? How you doing? Oh, no sound. You're muted.
Sorry, it normally goes off on its own. I said, welcome.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I was like, what are you trying to do? Pull a Tony Soflo and, mute your microphone for an hour? So, let's see. Not much. Let me say hi to the chat because I'm so good at it, but here we go. We got Maureen. How you doing, Maureen? Seymour. Cremel. Jodella.
Hi, Jodella.
We got Watcher Crazy. How you doing?
Hey, Watcher Crazy.
Mustang Mike.
Hi, Mustang.
Let's see. What the? Don't start pulling this freezing shit on. All right, here we go. Bambi, how you doing, Bambi? Let's see. I don't know if I said Seymour. How you doing? We got Damn It, Mandy.
Mandy.
Twin Mama.
Twin Mama.
Cremel, SBL Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Sybil. Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Scottish Deborah, what are you usually doing? We call her name out.
Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland for ye. For me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lowland.
Well done, well done. Got Redzilla, how you doing, Red? And hello to everybody else, because I'll be doing this all night at the speed I'm going. So, I guess what we're gonna. Well, I mean, it's a big week for you. You got your second book, the MobTube Chronicles 2, out. But now you were telling me something about Kindle. What was that about?
Yeah, it just went on Kindle today. A lot of people were asking. You can just download it and read it off your tablet, stuff like that. It's cheaper than actually buying the book, actually. So, and you're not carrying around all books. You can just take your tablet and read it on your phone, that type of thing. Yeah, so it went out. That went on today. They did that just like that, whereas the book took a lot longer, as far as them approving everything. Kindle just was quick. So, yeah, it's now on Kindle. So you can order it and download it, and it's cheaper that way, actually.
Nice. So
Yeah.
I guess the way I wanted to start this interview is I actually wanted to start from the beginning before book one came out.
Right.
What brought, I mean, tell me about the beginning when you first came into this community before you even thought about a book.
Well, I was just, I was always interested in like the mob and the mob stories because we'd see a lot of documentaries, back in England, and I was just kind of scrolling through YouTube, and I I watched a few of the documentaries that they had on there, and then I came across Lee Cole, actually, and it wasn't like a community then at all. I think it was just Lee Cole, if my memory serves me right. And at the time, he was going after somebody. Um, I forget who the hell he was going after now. I'll have to read the first book again. He was going after somebody, but he was really vicious and really like being nasty with this person. I forget who the hell it was. Some of you there will remember. You've been here from the beginning, and I kind of had something to say about that. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I think I saw Mob Rats Exposed. He was going after John Alite at the time, and I had said at that time I'd watched the documentary in England. I watched one here as well, and I used to think, why are they going after this man? Oh my God, what he's been through. Not really thinking he was lying or embellishing or any of that. We just, and that's what I was saying in England. When you watch these documentaries, you take it at face value. And it was only kind of as I started watching more and listening more that I realized, oh my God, because things that aren't said in the documentary were said even on here. And then I came across Lee Cole, and was he going after? I know what he did. What's his name? We don't see him very much anymore. Gosh, what's his name? His name's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody help me out here. Stacks. He was going after Stacks. That was it. And Stacks had got in a rage and jumped on there. And Lee Cole had like a file on him sitting on his desk, paperwork. And he was bringing up things about his baby's mother, child support. That's where this doxing kind of stuff, I believe, started. He was bringing up all personal things instead of, arguing about whatever they were arguing about. He was, did you not pay child support? Did you not do this or that? And I felt really bad for Stacks at that time. And that's when I made a video, and me and Lee went to war for months and months and months. And so that's how it kind of started. And then once I kind of got into it a little more, some of the stuff that was happening, I thought, I've got to write this down. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. People wouldn't believe it, and so that's what gave me the idea for the first book. It was several months in. It could have been a year in. I can't remember now. But that's what started it off. And then after I wrote the first one, so much stuff, this second one.
Hold on. Let me ask you. So, what gave you the idea to write the first one?
Just the crazy shit that was going on. It was unbelievable. the way people were tearing one another down, and all the doxing and all the, and I even wrote in the book, I was guilty of that with NB. I got the wrong person, which is the problem with doxing, but at that time, like I said, I didn't think of it that way. I thought of it like Facebook, everyone was doing it. I didn't really think of it that way. Now, if I had time again, I definitely wouldn't have done it, but I may have started the channel off completely differently anyway. Now I know better, but back then I didn't. And so that's what gave me the idea for the first book, was some of the crazy shit that was going on. All the different
Right.
characters. I mean, you can't make some of these people up, can you?
No, I mean, not even no, he couldn't.
So that's when it came to me, and I thought, actually, it'd make a very good sitcom.
Yeah.
in keeping
Or a very bad one.
with the yeah, a very good one, it would depend, I guess. Yeah. So, and then from there, so much stuff happened. I'm just documenting it, really.
Now, I've talked to you before. When it comes to the second book, in your mind, you thought that was going to be the last one. Am I correct?
Yeah, I did. But no. I had 3 in my head already from the other day. And so there will be a 3. I won't be jumping on that right away, because before I do that, I'm doing a little project with Terry Time, talking about, her stuff, and she's got some great stories, and has led a really interesting life, along with, what she's doing as far as prisoners and calling them, especially prisoners that are in there that are never getting out. So that phone call means a lot to them. I mean, regardless of what they've done, some people, think it's crazy or whatever, but it's not. She's a lifeline to a lot of these prisoners that don't have anybody, at all.
Right.
So I'm doing a little project that first, but I can do 2 projects at once. I did Chronicles 2, doing 2 different things. So I've already started 3, not as far as writing exactly, but making my notes and whatever. So yeah, there will be a 3, definitely.
Well,
I mean, look.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned Terry Time, because this is what Terry Time had to say about your book.
Down with Pull Stick. Down with Angel. She's a bottom feeder now. Down, down, down. Buy Josie's book. In fact, I'm sending a copy to all the inmates that I write to. I'm sending them copies of Josie's book.
There you go. That's
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
But now she's not the only one to have something to say on your book. You also got one from Justice Tech Pros. You want to read this?
Okay. Yes, Dominic. Sorry, Dominic with a K. I spelled it with a C. Sorry. I received your book. He said, although I did not want a signed copy, LOL, just wanted to thank you for the kind remarks regarding myself. It was a fun, enjoyable read. Not many can say they have published a book for retail. Congratulations. And although the genre covered is a cesspool I want zero to do with, I enjoyed the comical aspect of all the cast of characters. All the best to you on your future endeavors. Side note, if I happen to be in part 3, Dominic, don't forget the K, LOL.
All right. So now let's put this up, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. Here we go. All right. So this is your new book, The Mob Tube Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain a little bit about this book?
Well, this book essentially picks up where the last one ended. I think it was right after Christmas. I put the first one out, or around Christmas time. So it basically documents what happened from then to now. I mean, not every little thing, obviously not. I mean, I'd have been there all day. I'd have been writing the Bible, but
Right.
significant things that happened, the different characters that came in, how it got darker. Because in one, even though people were going at each other and they, be carrying on, there was still a comedic aspect to it. And then when certain people entered the arena, they were brought in by certain people. It made it very dark. One person died on here.
Right. I remember that.
A lot happened. And so that's what two's about. And also advice on people that think they want to start a channel, how to not necessarily go about it. Everyone knows how to go about making a channel, but things to think about that I didn't think about, hindsight being 2020.
Right. I had something on my mind I wanted to ask you. Are you in the mood, or can you read something out of the book to give us a little taste?
Yeah. What do you? Okay. Who? Everybody's in here.
Eeny,
Let's
meeny,
see.
miny, mo.
Anyone in particular? Give me a name. If it's too my word, but someone with it that I did. Hang on, let me see. Ask the chat who they want to hear about. If it's too long, I won't be able to, but I could read like maybe a couple of pages.
Okay.
Hey chat, who do you want to hear about? Give me a name because I can't think of.
We might as well. How about Sug? A little something out of it.
Okay, now, funny you should mention him.
Well, he did.
Yes,
He did have a review for you if you want to hear it before you start reading.
No, I'll read what I wrote and then I'll tell you why that particular review. Because what happened here is when he ordered that book, he went straight to him. Of course he did. And he was saying that in the beginning it was all just little passages, which it kind of is in the beginning, but the reason is I'm saying who the players are on both sides type thing, and people in the middle. And so I'm trying to find him. And so there wasn't too much on him at that point. You know what I mean? I just was explaining who he was and whatever. Anyway, I heard he was very upset that he was kind of at the back of the book. So let me go to the back of it. Because I couldn't remember where the hell I put him. But I'll read you a little of it. And I think, here he is. And what happened is he didn't bother reading this part out before he threw it on the floor and got his money back, which, by the way, whatever. Anyway, okay, the stand-up guy. I'll just read 2 pages, okay?
Yep.
My first impression was that he was a straight-talking New Yorker, witty, funny, with a quick temper and a scathing tongue. The stand-up guy made me laugh. He was also very open and honest about his former drug use, which sounded horrendous. He hit rock bottom and was homeless for a time. It had taken him several years to get clean, and now he lived a healthy lifestyle, so he said, and changed his entire life. Some of his short videos were cooking videos, and his dishes looked delicious. Previously, he worked on movie sets, was well-traveled, and knew many movie stars. He was very entertaining, primarily when he spoke about some of our favourite actors, what they were like in real life. Actors I thought were pleasant turned out to be assholes, and the ones I thought to be assholes turned out to be pleasant. He was married to a young Russian woman in her 30s and seemed to be the happiest he had ever been. He began his show with a co-host, the Sons of Italy. Both men were in their late 60s and had been close friends for 30 years. Where the stand-up guy was a hothead, Sons of Italy was the opposite and less provoked. Stand-up guy often went off on a tangent about something said about him. He had a very thin skin and could not take criticism, constructive or otherwise. Sons of Italy would intervene with his calming voice of reason and try to calm him down. Their show started quietly. Neither man knew YouTube and how things worked. When an aspiring creator came to the community, both warring sides tried to get him or her on their side. The creators would be bombarded with opinions about who to trust, who not to trust. The stand-up guy made a mistake most new creators make, not looking at the different channels themselves and then deciding on which side they would come down on, if any side. The stand-up guy ignored all of this and platformed Carlito Morano, the human wrench. He was the first to ingratiate himself with the newcomers. Initially, he seemed to give sound advice, but that would change. As soon as he gained their trust and secured a wrench, he pushed his agenda. This was frustrating to watch because the stand-up guy was so naive about Mob 2 workings that he believed anything Carlito said. Carlito talked the talk, but he was treacherous. He had troll accounts where he disparaged people under different names. He would go after women and sleep with the enemy, Harambe and Nikki the Blade, feeding them information. Carlito shared tons of information with NB and others. Virtually everything he preached to the stand-up guy was a lie. In reality, he did the complete opposite. The stand-up guy would have to learn for himself because of his prior drug use and homelessness stint. He greatly empathized with Pizza Gambino. To his detriment, he turned against anyone that did not support Pizza. Pizza verbally abused him and his co-host multiple times. The stand-up guy would get very upset that Pizza treated him this way, and he would beg Pizza for forgiveness and not go after him. In the next breath, he would be called a cocksucker and an asshole, and Tony would respond in his usual way, using every profanity that entered his head. Okay, it does go on quite lengthy, so I won't read any more of that.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you wanted to read a little bit of it. But so far, he seems to be the only one that's been vocal on being butthurt about it.
No, he isn't. It's all right. I mean, at the end of the day, before you play this, I just want to let everyone know, I didn't write War and Peace. I'm not Tolstoy. It's a silly book about this crazy place we're in. People keep going on about money. It's the money. It's the money. No, it's not. If I make money off it, great. If I don't really care. I enjoy writing. I enjoyed writing it, and there will be a 3. Who knows where it'll go? I'm working with a marketing firm, so I don't need to use anybody's name or whatever in order to sell this book. This book's going to be sold way out of this arena. So that's all I want to say about that. It's ridiculous, right. But whatever. You're going to be haters, and that's what it is.
Well, it's funny because I got a recording of what Sug had to say about your book. Here it is.
She didn't write shit. She threw me in the back of the fucking book. What a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face.
Oh my God. Did he expect to be on the cover after what he did? Really?
He did.
You know,
He wanted to be on the cover of Rolling Stone.
slap in the face to me the way he did me afterwards, actually. So I guess we can call it even. But in reality, what I wrote about him was what I felt. At the time and afterwards, my feelings about him changed. I started off really liking him, and then when I saw who he was platforming and whatever, I kind of stopped watching for a while. Then I started watching him again, and he appeared to have changed, and changed the concept of his show,
Right.
and I started watching him again, and I actually liked him. I don't dislike him now. I don't like the way he operates, but I don't dislike him as a person. And same thing, as far as the book, as far as people critiquing it or whatever, I have no problem with constructive criticism because it makes you a better writer. Like I got on the first one, so the second one is better. I'll get critiqued on this one, the third one will be better. I can take constructive criticism, but you've got these haters on here that just want to down it and talk shit about it. They haven't read it. They don't know the first thing that's in it. And that type of criticism, no, I'm not interested in hearing.
Right.
I prefer to hear from people who actually read it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I just wrote, he got butthurt, sorry about that, but I wrote how I felt and, the way I was thinking at the time and even afterwards. Mm-hmm.
Right. So in the link in the in the description below is the link to get the MobTube Chronicles 2 on Amazon. It doesn't say it. It's some kind, I tried my hardest to, copy and paste it, but all it did was give me a bunch of letters and numbers. But that's the link down in the comment section. Also, I put a link to my other page where I'm going to start doing interviews. Also, I will be doing I'm going to get Josie's book 1 and Josie's book 2, and I'm going to be giving them away on the other channel. So please subscribe to my other channel. Link in the description.
I just want to say I didn't get my copies yet. Because I ordered in bulk, they're taking a little longer, but I will be giving 5 away as I did with the first book. I've got a few more of these to give away, actually, if anybody wants one. They can, email me or whatever. I know it's difficult because you don't want to give out your address, obviously not, but for people that have a post box or, don't mind and trust me with their address, of course, I would never give out anyone's address, but if you want a free copy, I'm happy to send you a copy of both, actually, because I'm going to be doing some giveaways as well. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. I was done.
All right. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a giveaway now.
Okay.
Please don't. If you don't want the book sent to your house, you don't feel like giving Josie your address or whatever, please don't play the game. What Josie's going to do, why don't you explain what you're going to do?
Well, what I'll do, I'll ask, well, I guess it's only, they'll get a copy of MobTube Chronicles 2 if they've read 1. And so I'll start with a question from one of the chapters. One of the chapters was called The Channel Everybody Watched. And whose channel do you think that was? And if you get it correctly, you win a copy of 2.
And what we'll do is we'll give your email out so that they can get a hold of you personally, and then you can work out the details.
Yeah, and my email's on my channel as well.
So the first person to answer what your question is will be that person. So we got to look at the chat to catch the first person.
Okay, I can't see. Hey, Murray, how are you?
How you doing, Grumpy? How you doing, Josie? Congratulations on your book. I haven't read it yet because it hasn't come in. I made a mistake the first day I ordered it last week, but I did reorder it yesterday, and it sent me an email, so I know it went through. But I have book 1. And it's a huge accomplishment, like Dominic said in that post.
Okay.
Dominic, don't forget
Yeah,
the
it's
case.
no problem. I didn't get mine either.
It's a huge accomplishment to write a book, right? It really is. I wish I knew.
So
I want to thank you for. I heard you wrote a lot of good things about Rudolph and Rocco in the book, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh, okay. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, because
and that's another.
Sorry to cut you. Most people only hear one side. The bad side of things and everything. So it was good, and it'll make a lot of people in Providence are buying the book and stuff like that. And it'll bring a smile to their children's faces. Also, Sandra can't wait to get it. Rudolph's daughter. So bring a smile to their faces. I just wanted to thank you on that and say God bless you guys. I got to get back to work. But Grumpy, I will share your other channel, and everybody buy that book. Buy the book, people. God bless you all. Thank
you, Amari.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm glad he brought that up because this book isn't just about MobTube. It is, but it also tells you more about Nick and how he grew up and who he was around, and it was really an eye opener. In fact, well, never mind. I'll let you read it. But there was a lot that in here that we didn't know about him.
Oh, hold your thought for a second. Rat Trap City, I got something for you real quick before Josie reads or asks that question. Hold on. Where is it? Is this what you were talking about, Rat Trap? I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, very similar. All right, go ahead with that question, Josie.
No, I already asked the question for him when he came on. I said,
ask it again, then.
What was the channel that everyone watched in the beginning? There were a few, but there was one that stood out that everyone went to. It's an easy question.
All right. So, what was the channel that everyone went to at the very beginning?
Yeah, everybody watched. They waited for him to come on.
Drop the link for your other channel. Rape Ape with a question.
No, it was this side.
Heidi Black said MRE.
That's right. Heidi Black wins.
All right, yeah. Heidi Black. So, whoops, damn it.
Even the other side used him. Everybody watched him because he was so.
Well,
funny.
She knows how to get a hold of you, anyways. But this is Josie's email, Heidi, if you want it. Right. But I believe you already got that stuff, doesn't she?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. But if not, she can give me a call or text, and I'll have it sent to you.
All right. So Heidi Black's the winner of the book. All right. All right. Let's. Oh, so we do have one more review on your book, and this is from Marla.
What Marla and I made last week.
What? Wrong one. I got so much stuff in there. Here it is.
Up a little drama before this little bitch ass book come up. Oh my goodness. Exactly.
So that's what Marla had to say. Do you, your little bitch ass book, do you have any comment on that?
Okay. You know what? I said on my last video I wasn't going to address them ever again, and I'm not really going to. I don't think it even it doesn't really even warrant a response, to be honest. But I will address one thing. when they did their show, basically, from what I understand, the women turned into Harambe, calling me names, and I'm a drunk, I'm this and that. Marla didn't look exactly sober there, did she? And I heard all them bitches were drunk and up there giving the finger and this and that. Okay, so I didn't watch it, and what I actually did was, and this is just a quick side note. On Netflix, it's out now. It's called The Adolescent. Stephen Graham is in it. Stephen Graham comes from where I'm from. He's part black also, and you Americans will know Stephen Graham as he was in Boardwalk Empire. I want to say he played Al Capone in Boardwalk Empire. His very first movie in England was called This Is England, where he played a skinhead. Because if you look at him, you wouldn't think he had a drop of black in it, but he's from where I'm from in Liverpool. He puts on a great American accent. Anyway, that I was watching that with a nice tub of strawberry cheesecake ice cream. So everything I heard about what happened that night is secondhand. The person was upset because said I lied about her wanting to beat me up or whatever. No, what happened was one of the creators misheard or thought she said me, I guess, and put it up as well. And then he also put up an apology when he realized he made a mistake. So to me, that was the end of that.
Josie, guess what? None of what you said went through because I lost the internet on my phone and I had to connect to the internet at the truck stop the whole time you were talking.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you last hear me at?
The very beginning. Well, like I heard you say you weren't going to talk. You weren't going to talk about about it. And you explained why you weren't going to talk about it, and we lost it after that.
Okay, I think I'll ask the chat. Did everyone not hear that?
Oh, they're saying they heard her. They're saying they heard you. Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I guess you were going
so,
on.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I did. I didn't watch it. I mean, why am I going to watch that? And yeah, they can all slate me or say whatever. I said what I felt. That's what I felt. After a while, you get tired of walking around on eggshells. There's been many questionable things that I've thought, but we even I've had conversations with you where you've said, well, it's not to do with us, don't say nothing. And, but there comes a time when, especially now, and kudos to Redzilla and Parasite Slayer, finally, thank you, Jesus, and they know what I'm talking about, and so does everybody else. It's about time something was done. It really is. So I'm thrilled about that. The only thing I have to say to Marla is this. I heard that she said, my ass is hers. First of all, I want to know, how is it that side are obsessed with people's asses? What is it? That's number one. Two, Marla, I'll tell you this much, right? Make it soon, because I am going to be taking a trip here shortly. We're trying to figure out the details now. So make it soon. And before you come here, do your research. We've only got one good hospital. Well, it's not, I wouldn't call it a good hospital. We've got one hospital in this town. And but they're not going to be able to see to you because you're going to need reconstructive surgery. Okay, you want to come and fuck with me, bitch. Okay, so that's really all I have to say about that. Now, as far as going back and forth and whatever, there's a whole shitload of shit I could have responded. to what they did the other night. But to me, they look like a bunch of clowns. They're up there, all of them are drunk, but I'm the drunk, right? Then they don't even have the balls to do it on her actual channel. You had to go to a link, I hear. And then when you press the link, you got those three stupid bitches, three stooges. You know, come on. How old are you bitches? You know?
Exactly.
Seriously. You know, anyway, I wasn't, I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm not going to address it again because I can't be asked. I've got bigger and better things to do, and that's it.
Well,
I don't need anyone to sell my book. Go ahead. Sorry.
The whole thing is this is about your book today, anyways, and I do have one video I want to play, and you don't have to comment on this one, but I just feel I need to let it out. Let me. Here we go.
I don't sit and make little cartoons with my friends to go back at people. That's what you people do. You sit there, you put little clown faces on people, you make little cartoons, you steal my Angel Boulevard.
Well, I mean, I saw the sign that said Grumpy Boulevard, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. But Josie, I want to thank you for doing this interview and letting some of the people know how it all started. And it was nice. Heidi won the giveaway. And do you have anything you want to close with?
No, not really. As I said, this book starts off where the other one finished. It doesn't have what's taken place recently, because that would have held it up even longer. So I was like, oh, forget it. But at the end of the day, there is something. You forgot a review. There was one review. It was the View, Mark the Narc, and Chunky Chunko. They did a review for me. And again, I don't see it. This is secondhand. But for those of you that did see it, apparently he began reading it. I think it was Chunky Chunko reading it. And he was stuttering. He couldn't understand the words, and he was reading like when and then he said, he stopped at one point and said, this is a big word. He said, this book's a hard read. And apparently Narc said, yeah, it's a hard read. Well, it would be a hard read if you have a first grade reading level. There's only one long word in there that might throw people a bit, and that word is loquacious. And what I did with that, because it's not a word that people use all the time. A lot of people don't know what that means, and I put a definition there for well, I don't think Narc or Chunky Chunko would have got that far, but anyway, so we forgot about that review. I thought it was hysterical. And like I said, I don't mind any type of constructive criticism, but when it's just haters on here, because apparently Harambe, well, anywhere it goes up, I'm going to write a bad review. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. At the end of the day, do whatever you want. That's going to be remedied. That's going to be taken care of anyway. But do what you want. The book is what I felt, what I feel, and if you don't like it, I suggest you write your own book. What you feel.
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, like I said, thank you, Josie. Make sure you all go to Amazon. If you haven't read book one, get book one, and definitely get book two, the MobTube Chronicles 2. on Amazon and Kindle.
And
All right, Josie.
free is
Thank
in the
you
mix.
very, very much, and have a good night.
Thank you. Shit. Thank you, all you pieces of shit. See you next time. Bye.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. And they would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.
Hey Baron, it's DJ C, DJ Cumberbund, making you a special mix for your birthday. You coming into adulthood now, baby boy, you gotta get a job, you go out into the forest, chop some wood, do your thing.
Go Baron, it's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. You're a man now. Mazel tov. Go Baron, it's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. You're a man now.
Baby, here I am, I'm a man on the scene. I can give you what you want, but you gotta come home with me. I've got some good old loving and I got some more in store. But when I get through throwing it on you, you got to come back for more. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice. Oh, baby, before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play, because I play them too. Maybe more than things that come by the dozen, that ain't nothing but a dust don't love it. Well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door, cause I gotta have faith. Walking around alone, the down by the dozen, that ain't nothing but a dust don't love it. Ready to go back, give me life, chemicals, and mama, I'm so on the heaven now, get around. All the old paintings on the tomb, they do the sometimes, don't you know? If they move too quick, they're falling down like a domino. All the buzz are men by the night, they got the money on the bed. Gold crocodiles, they snap the teeth on your cigarette.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine.
Living on the lighted stage approaches the unreal.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
In touch with some reality. For those who think and feel, cast in this unlikely role, ill-equipped to
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
one must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. Oh, but I need some time off from that emotion. Time to pick my part up off the floor. We need some fishing time. Boy, that comes along and down by the dozen. That ain't nothing but a dancing number. Pretty little thing, let me like the chemicals. I'm so on the handle now, gets around.
It's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. Go Baron, it's your birthday. You're a man now.
This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top down AC with the cooling system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He cold, he low, he might sell cold. He always in the air, but he never fly coach.
Everybody's moving with their hands in the air. I like the girl over there with the long blonde hair. Shaking her thing like it's the end of the world. She's looking her way, her and all her girls.
That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you'll get slapped if you're looking.
Ladies pointing cause they're interested. They step to us and put in their bid.
I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. I mean, my, you're like pelican fly. I mean, you're so shy and I'm loving your tie. You're like slicker than the guy with the thing on his eye. Oh.
They wanna hang out at the after party.
Yes, I did.
Just later on in the hotel lobby. And they ask the girls what you wanna do.
That coops up and trouble for you.
It's your birthday.
Like a drum and it's coming your
because I got to have faith.